Okay. And now, O Israel, listen to the statutes of the ordinances which I'm teaching you to do, in order that you may live and go in and possess the land which Jehovah, the God of your fathers, is giving you. You shall not add to the word which I'm commanding you, nor shall you take away from it, that you may keep the commandments of Jehovah your God, which I am commanding you. Yours are the eyes that have seen which Jehovah has done in Baal. The fuck? Did I crash? In Baal something. Oh fuck, I don't wanna dox myself. Yours are the eyes that have seen that which Jehovah has done in Baal Peor. For all the men who went after Baal Peor, Jehovah your God has destroyed from your midst. But you who joined yourselves to Jehovah your God are alive, all of you today. See, I have told your statutes and ordinances that Jehovah my God commanded me, so that you would do them within the land which you are going in to possess. Keep and do them therefore, for this will be your wisdom and prudence in the sight of the people who hear all the statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and prudent people. For what great nation is there that has a God so dear to it, as Jehovah our God is wherever we call upon him? And what great nation is there that has statutes and ordinances so righteous as all this law which I am setting before you today? But be careful and guard your soul diligently, so that you do not forget the things which your eyes have seen, and they do not depart from your heart all the days of your life. Rather, make them known to your children and to your grandchildren. Especially do not forget the day when you stood before Jehovah your God at Horeb, when Jehovah said to me, gather the people to me, and I will let them hear my words, so that they may learn to fear me all the days that they live upon the earth, and may teach their children as much. You came near and stood at the foot of the mountain, and the mountain was burning with fire up into the heart of heaven, with darkness, cloud, and deep darkness there. And Jehovah spoke to you from the midst of the fire. The sound of the words could you hear, but no form could you see. There was only a voice. And he decided to you his covenant which he commanded to you, 10 commandments, and he wrote them upon 2 tablets of stone. And Jehovah commanded me at the time to teach you statutes and ordinances for you to do in the land which you are about to cross over into is possesses. Possess. Possess. So take careful heed to your souls, for you did not see any form at all of the day when Jehovah spoke to you at Horeb from the midst of the fire, so that you do not spoil yourselves and make yourselves an idol, a form of any image, a figure of male or female, a figure of any animal which is on the earth, a figure of any winged bird which flies in the sky, a figure of anything that crawls on the ground, a figure of any fish that is in the water, under the earth, and take heed that you, when you lift up your eyes to the sky and see the sun and the moon and the stars, all the host of of heaven, do not run away in worship to them, and that they do not serve them. Serve, yeah. Which Jehovah your God has assigned to all the people under all hell. But Jehovah was taking you and brought you forth from the iron furnace from Egypt, that you would not be to him a people for his inheritance, as ye are this day. But Jehovah is angry with me on your account, and swore that I would not cross over the Jordan, and that I will not enter the land, the good land which Jehovah your God is giving you as inheritance. For I am to die in this land, and am I am not to cross over the Jordan, but you are crossing over, and you possess this good land. Take heed to yourselves that you do not forget the covenant of Jehovah your God, which he has made with you, and made for yourselves an idol, the form of anything which Jehovah your God has forbidden you to make. For Jehovah your God is a consuming fire, a jealous God. When you have brought forth children and grandchildren, and have languished in the land, and you have spoiled yourselves by making an idol for the form of anything, and have done that which is evil in the sight of Jehovah your God, as to anger him, I call heaven and earth to witness against you today that surely you will soon perish from the land the land into which you are crossing over the Jordan to possess. You will not extend your days upon it, but you will be utterly destroyed, and Jehovah will scatter from among the peoples, and you will be left few in number among the nations to which Jehovah will drive. And there you will serve gods which are a work of human hands, mere wood and stone, which you don't see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. And from there you will seek Jehovah your God, and you'll find him in your search for him with all your heart and with all your soul. When you're in distress, and all the things happen to you when you're in the last days, you will return to Jehovah your God and listen to his voice. For Jehovah your God is a compassionate God, he will not fail you, nor let you perish, nor forget the covenant with your fathers which he swore to them. For ask now regarding the former days which were before you, since the day that God created man upon the earth, and ask from one end of heaven to the other, has anything as great as this ever happened, or anything like this ever been heard of? Has a people ever heard the voice of God speaking from the midst of the fire, as you have heard and lived? Has God ever ventured to go and take to himself a nation from the midst of another nation by trials, by signs and wonders, and by war, and a mighty land, a hand, and an outstretched arm, and by great terrors, which all the Jehovah your God did from you in Egypt before your eyes? You were shown these things that you might know that it is Jehovah your God, there is no other besides him. From heaven he let you hear his voice, that he might discipline you, and upon the earth he showed you his great fire. Oh, I have to pause for a sec. Okay, let's keep going. He showed you his great fire, and his words you heard from the midst of the fire. And because he loved your fathers, he chose their seeds after them, and brought you out by his presence, by his great power from Egypt, driving out from before you great nations greater and mightier than you, to bring you in and give you their land as an inheritance, as it is today. You therefore today know therefore today, and bring it to heart, that Jehovah is God in heaven above and upon the earth below. There is no other. Therefore keep his statutes and his commandments which I am commanding you today, that it may go well with you and with your children after you, so that you may extend your days upon the land which Jehovah is giving you forever. Then Moses set apart 3 cities across the Jordan toward the rising of the sun, that the manslayer might flee there, who slays his neighbor without intent and did not hate him previously, and in fleeing to one of the cities he might live. Bezer in the wilderness, and the land of Pleteau, belonging to the Reubenites, and Ramoth in Gilead, belonging to the Gadites, and Goan in Bashan, belonging to the Manasseites. And now is the law which Moses set before the children of Israel. These are the testimonies of the statutes and the ordinances which Moses spoke to the children of Israel, which had gone out from Egypt, across the Jordan in the valley opposite Bet Peor, in the land of Sinon the king of the Amorites, who dwelt in Heshbon, from whom Moses and the children of Israel slew, which they had gone out from Egypt. And they possessed his land and the land of Og the king of Bashan, the 2 kings of the Amorites, who were across the Jordan toward the rising of the sun, from Aroer, which is on the edge of the valley of the Aron, even unto Mount Sirion, this is Hermon, and all the Arabah across the Jordan, on the east even to the sea of the Arabah at the foot of the slopes of Pisgah. And Moses called all the... Oh, look at the next one. Okay, that's fine. And Moses called all Israel and said to them, Hear, O Israel, the statutes. Is it Wednesday today? No. Fuck off. Hear, O Israel, the statutes and the ordinances which I am speaking in your hearing today, and learn them and keep them so that you may do them. Jehovah our God has made a covenant with us at Horeb. Not with our fathers did Jehovah take his covenant, but with us, we who are all here alive today. Face to face Jehovah spoke with you on the mountain from the midst of the fire. I am standing between Jehovah and you at the time to declare to you the word of Jehovah, for you were afraid because of the fire and did not go up to the mountain, saying, I am Jehovah your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the slave house. You shall have no other gods before me, and you shall not make for yourself an idol, the form of anything that is in heaven above, or on earth beneath, or in the water beneath the earth. You shall not bow down to them, and you shall not serve them, for I, Jehovah your God, am a jealous God, visiting the inquiry of the fathers upon the children, and to the third and fourth generations of those who hate me, yet showing you love kindness of thousands of generations of those who love me and keep my commandments. And you shall not take the name of Jehovah your God in vain, for Jehovah will not hold guiltless with him who he makes in vain. Keep the Sabbath day so as to sanctify it, as Jehovah your God has commanded you. 6 days you shall labor and do your work, but the 7th day is your Sabbath to Jehovah your God. You shall not do any work, you, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your male servant, nor your female servant, nor your ox, nor your donkey, nor any of the cattle, nor the sojourner, nor you who is within your gates, so that your male servant and your female servant may rest as you do. And you shall remember that you were a slave in the land of Egypt, and that Jehovah your God brought you out from there, with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm. Hence Jehovah your God commanded you to hold the Sabbath day. Honor your father and your mother, as Jehovah your God has commanded you, that your days may be extended and that it may be well with you upon the land which Jehovah your God is giving you. You shall not kill, neither shall you commit adultery, neither shall you steal, neither shall you testify as a vain witness against your neighbor. Neither shall you covet your neighbor's wife. Why does it mean covet your neighbor's wife? What the fuck is that? Okay. Your neighbor's wife, or shall you desire your neighbor's house, his field, or his male servant, or his male female servant, his ox, or his donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. These words which Jehovah spoke to all your congregation on the mountain from the midst of the fire, the cloud, and the deep darkness with a great voice. He added no more, and he wrote up them upon 2 tables of stone and gave them to me. And when you heard the voice from the midst of the darkness, while the mountain burned with fire, you came near to me, all the heads of your tribes with all and your elders, and said, Jehovah our God has just shown us his glory and his greatness, and his voice we heard from the midst of the fire today. We have seen that God speaks with a man, and yet he lives. Therefore, why should we die now? For this great fire will consume us if you hear the voice of Jehovah our God any longer will die. For who is among all flesh who has heard the voice of the living God speaking from the midst of the fire, as we have, and has lived? You go near and hear all that Jehovah our God says, then you speak to us all that Jehovah our God speaks to you, and we will hear and go and do. And Jehovah heard the sound of your words while you spoke to me. And Jehovah said to me, I have heard the sound of the words of these people which they have spoken to. They have done well in all that they have spoken. All that this heart of theirs would be in them always to fear me and keep all my commandments, so that I may go well with them and with their children forever. Go, say to them, return to your tents, but you stand there by me, and I may speak to you the whole commandment, and give you the statutes of the ordinances which you teach them to do in the land which I am giving them to possess. Keep them therefore, so that you may do them, even as Jehovah your God has commanded you. You shall not turn aside to the right or to the left. You shall walk in all the way that Jehovah your God has commanded you, so that you may live, and that it may go well with you, and that you may extend your days in the land which you may possess. Now this is the commandment, the statutes, and the ordinances which Jehovah your God has commanded me to teach you, that you may do them in the land into which you are crossing over to possess, that you may fear Jehovah your God, and keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I am commanding you. And your son, and your grandson, all the days of your life, that your days may be extended. Therefore hear, O Israel, and be certain to it, that it may go well with you, and that you may be greatly increased in a land flowing with milk and honey, even as Jehovah the God of your fathers promised you. Hear, O Israel, Jehovah is our God, Jehovah is one, and you shall love Jehovah your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command they shall be upon your heart. And you shall repeat them to your children, and speak about them, even them, when you sit in your house, when you journey on the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. And you shall bind them on your head as a sign, and they shall be a frontless between your eyes. And you shall write them on the four doorposts of your house and on your gates. And when Jehovah your God brings you into... Okay, I can do that. Jehovah your God brings you into the land which he swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob, to give you great and fine cities that you did not build, and houses full of every good thing that you did not fill, and heaven. What is heaven? Heaven is chop. So like two, so I think. Heaven, mate, not hell, heaven. Uh, every tree. What the cricket one? And helm cisterns. The fuck is a cistern? A tank for storing water. Okay. House cisterns that you did not have. Vineyards and olive groves that you don't plant, and give you eaten, and you have eaten are satisfied. Be careful that you do not forget Jehovah who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the slave house. It is Jehovah your God whom you shall fear, and him whom you shall serve, and it is by his name only that you shall answer. You shall not go after other gods, any of the gods of the peoples who surround you. For Jehovah your God is a jealous God in the midst of you. Otherwise the anger of Jehovah your God will be kindled against you, and he will destroy you from the face of the earth. You shall not test Jehovah your God as you tested him at Massah. The fuck was Massah? Massah. Ah, that shit. Okay. You shall diligently keep the commandments of God, your of your God, and his testimonies and his statutes, which he has commanded you. And you shall do that which is right and good in the sight of Jehovah, so that it may go well with you, and you may enter and possess a good land concerning which Jehovah swore to your fathers. To drive out all your enemies from before you, as Jehovah has spoken. When your son asks you in the future, saying, "What is the significance of the testimonies and statutes and ordinances that Jehovah God commanded you?" then you say to your son, "We were Pharaoh's slaves in Egypt, and Jehovah brought us out of the land, us out of Egypt with a mighty hand, and Jehovah put forth before our eyes great and grievous sights and wonders in Egypt against Pharaoh and all his house. And when he brought us out of the land to bring us in, that he might give us the land which he swore to our fathers, and Jehovah commanded us to do all these statutes, so that we would hear Jehovah our God, for our God always, or for our good always, and he would preserve us alive as we are this day. And it will be righteous to us if we are certain to obey this commandment before Jehovah our God as he commanded us. When Jehovah your God brings you into the land which you are about to enter to possess and clear away many nations from before you, the Hittites, the Girgashites, and the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, the Jebusites, 7 nations more numerous and mightier than you. And Jehovah your God delivers them up before you, and you defeat them. You shall utterly destroy them. You shall make no covenant with them. Nor shall you show them any favor. And you shall not make marriage alliances with them. Your daughters you shall not give to their sons, and their daughters you shall take from your sons. Ah, 4, okay. For they will draw your sons away from following me to serve other gods, and the anger of Jehovah will burn against you, he will quickly destroy you. But you shall deal with them in this way: they are altars you shall tear down, their pillars you shall shatter, their asher asherahs you shall hail down, and their idols you shall burn with fire. For you are a holy people to Jehovah your God. It is you whom Jehovah your God has chosen from among all the people which are upon the face of the earth to be a people for his personal treasure. It was not because you were more numerous than all the peoples that Jehovah has set his affection on and has chosen you, for you were the fewest of the peoples. Rather because Jehovah loved you, because he would keep the oath which he swore to your father Jehovah, that brought you out with a mighty hand and ransomed you from the slave house, from the hand of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. Know therefore that it is Jehovah your God who is God, the faithful God who gives covenants and love kindness to the thousand generations with those who love him and keep his commandments, but repays directly those who hate him by destroying them. He will not be slown down towards unless him who hates him, he will repay him directly. Therefore you shall keep the commandment and the statutes and the ordinances which I am commanding you to do so. And it will be that because you listen to the ordinances and keep them and do them, Jehovah your God will keep with you the covenant and the love kindness which he swore to your fathers. And he will love you and... Where the fuck is my pen? I was playing with a pen, it fell down. More like a couple of caps of a pen that were connected together. It fell down the ground, let me just pick it up quickly. Oh man, I'm fucking hungry. Up, up, okay. For command suches which are commanded the human, okay. And it will be that because you listen to this ordinances and keep them and do them. Jehovah your God will keep with you the covenant. Fuck. God bless America. Also, guys, we're talking about the Bible, man. Clash Royale has been very stupid recently with the removal of chests and whatnot. We have to mention it. It's a fucking shit show. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I gotta get chests or I get some shitty ass fucking boxes. I have some fucking evolution draft type shit, which doesn't even give me season shots, so what's the point? I just played the game with John Skeleton Clone just to... for shits and giggles. Oh man, my head hurts. Fuck. Okay, let's keep going with the Bible. And it'll be... how did I say Jehovah God will keep with you the covenant and the love kindness that you swore to your fathers, and he will love you and bless you and multiply you. Okay. He will also bless the fruit of your womb and the fruit of the ground, your grain and your wine and your fresh oil, the offspring of your cattle and the young among of your flock, on the land which he swore to your fathers to give. You will be more blessed than all other peoples. There will not be any barren male or female among you or among your animals. And Jehovah will remove every sickness from you, and all the evil illnesses of Egypt, which you know about, he will put upon you. but he will not give them to all who hate you. And Jehovah shall devour all the people which Jehovah your God is giving you. Huh? Shall devour all the peoples which Jehovah your God and you shall devour, which Jehovah is giving you. I will not pity them, nor shall you serve their gods, though, for that would be a snare to you. Snare, one common meaning of trap. Fuck off. Stop giving me ChatGPT bullshit, man. I don't want ChatGPT shit bullshit. Fuck off, man. Too much Bible. Whatever. If you say in your heart these nations are greater than you, then how will I be able to dispossess them? You shall not be afraid of them, you must remember Jehovah, your God did to Pharaoh and to all Egypt. The great rivers that your eyes saw, and the signs of the wonders are the mighty land, and the mighty land, and the outstretched arm which Jehovah your God brought you out, with which Jehovah your God brought you out. So will Jehovah your God do to all the people whom you are afraid of. Furthermore, Jehovah your God will send the hornet among them, those who are left, and those who hide themselves from you are destroyed. You shall not be terrified of them, for Jehovah your God is in your midst, a great and awesome God. And Jehovah your God will clear away those nations from before you, little by little. You shall not devour all of them immediately, lest the beast of the field multiply against you. But Jehovah your God will devour them before you, and rout utterly until they are destroyed, and he will deliver their kings into your hand, and you shall destroy their name from under heaven. No man will be able to stand against you until you destroy them. The idols of their gods you shall burn with fire, and you shall not desire the silver or gold upon them, nor take it for yourself, lest you be ensnared by it, for it will be abomination to Jehovah your God. And you shall not be an abomination to your house, and you shall not bring an abomination into your house, lest you become a cursed thing like it. You shall utterly detest it and utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing. Okay. GG.